is.
But a high-functioning woman, you cannot send a jet and be toxic, and she will go on the
She don't know I'm toxic yet.
A high-functioning woman wouldn't even attract you, baby. Because it's law of attraction. Stick with me. Just stick with me.
Please explain this.
Regulate your emotions and stick with me. Regulate your emotions and stick with me. Listen, what is law of attraction? We attract who we are despite who we think we are.
Absolutely.
Think we are.
Absolutely.
Okay. So a high-functioning woman is not going to attract by default. By her calibration, she's not attracting a man who is not perfect. The man has got all kinds of mess. So does she. But when it comes to the level of her calibration and functioning and mental health and doing the work, she's going to attract that at which she is, that at what she leads with. So let me say this. Do I get on private jets that I pay for myself? Absolutely. Have I had a man do a wonderful, beautiful things for me? Absolutely. Have I had rocks and this and caught off weddings? Of course. But let me say this. Prior to me doing the work and being a high-functioning woman, I attracted low-functioning men.
So you're saying you're a high-functioning woman who attracted low-functioning men? No, that's not what I said. I said prior to me doing the work and becoming a high-functioning woman, my low-functioning self attracted low-functioning men. Hold on. You know why I attracted them? Because I needed low-functioning to feed low-functioning. Okay, hold on. A low-functioning man cannot feed a high-functioning woman, and a low-functioning woman can't feed a high-functioning man. And so what I'm telling you is there is no equally yoked there. If a high-functioning woman is a gallon. Okay. And a low-functioning human being. Let's just go human being, not even man. Now she got props.
We got props. This is the high-functioning person.
This is the high-functioning woman right here.
Just a person. Let's just go person. Because you got men who are high-functioning. Because I am a calibrating, attracting y'all, and I love y'all. So let me come back. Let me bring it back. Wherever they at.
Wherever you make believe motherfuckers are.
Right. Listen. So high-functioning is a gallon. Low-functioning is a pint. Okay. If low-functioning poured every single thing that he or she needed into this, you guys tell me how much is missing, how much is lacking, how much is there. Low-functioning could never hang with the high-functioning. If high-functioning poured everything they had into low-functioning, it would overwhelm them. They couldn't facilitate. They couldn't sustain. They might be able to do. Hold on, like Nick said, they might be able to attract, but there's no type of sustaining here.
So how long you want to sustain for? Low-functioning is comfortable being low-functioning. That's about accountability. That's accepting who you are. Because with all due respect, this high-functioning person, this sounds a little delusional.
It's not. It's called doing the work. Nick,
because if you're that high functioning, you're going to be high functioning by your damn self. There's no, who are you going to be with?
Nick, stop. That was so perfect. I swear, no, I love that. That right there, that's it. That should be the whole snippet of the show. Say it one more time, please. Please say that one more time.
You're going to be that high functioning, you're going to be high functioning by your damn self.
Okay, now you understand why people who are in my field, seriously, who have done a lot of work, and this is just real, there's no all jokes aside, who've done the work, we're not fucking perfect. We are far from it. I don't even want to be perfect. I don't even care about it. But I want to be healthy, meaning I just want a peace of mind while I'm being imperfect. Absolutely. I want to be able to have a conversation with you and it be from a place of disagreement, agreement, but still love and respect, and we walk away, right? So that's just being healthy, not perfect. Yeah. However, folks who are in my field or who have already got to a place of high functioning, got to a place of obtaining a peace of mind, not perfection.
It sounds delusional to function properly and to like deal with your mess. Because that's essentially what it is. Like a high functioning person has learned that they have issues and they're dealing with it, dealt with, and still dealing with. Because ain't none of us perfect. We all got issues.
He's taking it like you are someone who is not affected by like creature comforts or, you know, like the money and all of that other stuff as a part of it. And I think that he's probably thinking that, like you're saying, while we all have stuff, that you're dang near perfect in the relationship sphere, even though you may have a whole bunch of other issues. Like when you start talking about having to do the work and all of this other stuff, I think a big part of the issue with a lot of that type of talk in these podcasts, I've been around a lot of successful marriages. Most of the people in my mom and my dad's side, they're married. It's very rare to have an aunt or an uncle who was unmarried. We had 13 on my mama's side. We had, I think 9 or 10 on my dad's side. All them jokers got married. Stayed with the same person, I think, except for one who was not like that. Got married again. For the most part, they all just stayed with the same person. Ain't none of them did all of this work. I'm just saying, perfect? No. Neither one of them are saying it's perfect. But just for me, in my example, perfect? No. But I learned how relationships work because I was around a bunch of people who have relationships. My wife and I have been married since we were in our mid to late 20s. We've been married as of last week, 19 years. Mm-hmm. Woohoo! We ain't did all of that work. Being raised in an environment that encourages, supports, and teaches how to be married is one of the best factors to somebody being married, as long as they don't allow all of the crap in this modern world that don't know nothing about marriage to dissuade them and change the environment that they grew up in. A lot of people who are having issues and who speak a lot online are from families that have a lot of broken homes, that have a lot of single moms, single dads. They have a lot of blended families. They have a lot of people around them who don't know how to find somebody and stay with them. Understanding and realizing that this person is going to be a different person in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years. I can tell you, we haven't even reached year 20, and I am vastly different than I was when we first got married. Vastly different in so many different ways. And 10 years ago, I was vastly different than I am now. When you walk down the aisle, you make this commitment. You know it's not going to be perfect, and you can't expect you not the same as you were when we got together. I can't even be the same as when we got together. I didn't have back pain when we got married. I didn't have knee pain when we got married. I gotta worry about when I get up under that squat rack now, am I gonna be able to get back up with this weight the same way that I went down, or am I gonna have to bail out of that joker? Physically. I'm dealing with ulcerative colitis now, something that, like, when we first got married, that wasn't even on my radar. Just physically. We haven't even gotten to your mentality, which is vastly different 10 years to 10 years. Well, 10 years to 9 years for us. I was super into the church. I was a choir director. I was super into the church. 10 years after that, I wasn't going to church at all. I was trying to become a hip hop music producer. Bro, you can't get no more than that. Right? Because I was really, really into the church. Like, I was studying the Bible, all of that type of stuff. And now, 9 years later, I'm coming back to the church. I'm reading on my own, the Bible. I'm not even producing any music anymore. As much as I love music, as much as a part of me as music may be, I'm not even producing music anymore. I'm more concerned about getting my house in order from all of the things that I did not know. But one of the things that I did know, because I saw it around me, was successful marriages. And all of this psychoanalyzing that we're doing with all of these things, while I think it has a place and it's good, especially if you're already married, to go and continue to fix things and learn and all of that other stuff. So I'm not going to say that it doesn't have a place. We're overanalyzing a lot of things because we no longer have the support system. We no longer have communities. And we no longer rely on God and religion. Because we've taken all of those things out, we have to figure out all of these ways to try to replace what was in there. And we think that what we're doing is new. And it's not. This has been done before. It was being done when the Bible was being written.
There's nothing new under the sun.
And I think part of the issue is, while everybody is working on themselves, everybody's saying, wait, which I think is completely bad. The whole time you're waiting, you're accumulating damage with failed relationships and attaching to a lot of people. It ain't like we not gonna be out here fornicating. Y'all know we are. Y'all know the walls calleth. Okay?
Yeah, because when they say wait, it's never with the intent like you're going to be single or celibate while you wait.
But I do acknowledge that we no longer have a culture that can support us getting married so young.
Right.
Because people have so much damage from coming from so many bad backgrounds in terms of relationships, at least. Like, they may be from a group of people that know how to get their money, but ain't nobody married. And even if it's because they decided not to be married, you still don't know if you don't see it. So then you go and you do all of this stuff and you decide to get married at 35. And we know that that is not the best idea for when you're having kids, because eggs for women are healthier when they're younger. And as they get older, not only do they have less eggs, but the quality of the eggs lessens. These are truths that people don't want to hear and they're really pissed about. Get mad at your body. If you want to yell at me, look at your fallopian tubes right now and scream at them.
Really?
Look at your uterus right now and scream at it, because that is the reality of your situation. Me telling you how most women's bodies work, well, actually all women's bodies work this way. It's just that it works this way in varying degrees. You can find a woman who's 41 who has the health the health in her eggs is just as good as a girl over here who's 25. You have to take the statistics and the understanding of science and say, I know that for all of us, our eggs decline in health as we get older. So the best chance of me having a healthy baby and a healthy pregnancy for me and the baby is to have the baby younger. You don't want to do it too young because then you're in trouble because you're trying to have a baby at 14 and 15, which we all know is just weird. At least over here in the Americas it is.
Yeah. Oh, and if you guys have made it this far in the video, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and turn your post notifications so that way you can let YouTube know that you appreciate what we're putting down.
We're putting down.
All right.
You don't want to wait too long because now you're risking your health and the health of your child. That is a reality. We can be pissed about it all we want to. Go scream at your fallopian tubes. Don't be mad at me. Because even if you're the woman who has the health of your eggs is like you're 25, but you're actually 40. When you were 25, your eggs were then super healthy because they're still healthier when you're younger. That's something that exists for everyone. So there is a time clock for women, especially on the biological side. There's also a time clock for men. I'm telling y'all, brothers, y'all can say whatever y'all want to when y'all young. I understand y'all don't get it yet. When you pass over 40 and 45, it's like parts of your body just fall off. It's different. You can't work as hard.
Really? They just be like, oh, I quit.
Yes. Yes. Seriously, the other day, the second toe from the left on my right foot got up and just gave up.
Like, you know what? I'm done. I quit.
It gave in his papers and it gave in his retirement letter and went on home, bro. I'm telling you right now, with us, age matters. We can go a lot longer. It's not as much of a physical toll because we don't have to carry the baby.
You're that high functioning. You're gonna be high functioning by your damn self. There's no like, who are you gonna be with?
Nick, stop. That was so perfect. I swear. No, I love that. That right there. That's it. That should be the whole snippet of the show. Say it one more time, please. Please say that one more time.
Be that high functioning. You're gonna be high functioning by your damn self.
Okay. Now you understand why people who are in my field, seriously, who have done a lot of work, and this is just real, there's no, all jokes aside, who've done the work, we're not fucking perfect. We are far from it. I don't even want to be perfect. I don't even care about it. But I want to be healthy, meaning I just want a peace of mind while I'm being imperfect.
Absolutely.
I want to be able to have a conversation with you and it be from a place of disagreement, agreement, but still love and respect, and we walk away, right? So that's just being healthy, not perfect.
Yeah.
However, folks who are in my field or who have already got to a place of high functioning, got to a place of obtaining a peace of mind, not perfection, it is, you're exactly right. It is a much smaller pool. And so can it get lonely sometimes up there? Not just from dating. I'm talking about from friends. I'm talking about from people who just don't get my conversation.
I agree with that.
From people who I say to them, Nick, I'm not trying to fuss with you. Listen, I just want to have a conversation, and we are projecting pain onto each other. So can we sit here and process our pain so we could produce a healthy relationship?
When I say that, emotionally intelligent people.
But when you're saying that, you're that person who's high functioning, emotionally intelligent. That's all high functioning means is you're emotionally intelligent. You know how to govern yourself. You know how to master yourself. You've done the work. You use the tools. You're doing it every single day. It's a lifestyle, right? Not just a preventative or intervention. It's a fucking lifestyle.
Right.
Then what happens is when you start to lead with that, you said it perfectly about 15 minutes ago. The person who's low functioning says, "Are you gaslighting me?" No, I'm trying to be healthy with you. Hold on. Oh, but I want to talk this out. We can deliver, not dismiss. Oh, now fuck you. I can't take this. So what happens? The gallon and the pint.
Too much.
What'd you say?
It's too much.
Okay, so that leads for the gallon person to do what? Have to respectfully, healthily have a conversation that still says, listen, I would have loved to have this with you, but it seems like we are just not there. And because of that, I wish you best, but it's not fleeing. It's just a healthy conversation that leaves you not abandoned, but leaves you not abandoned because I've had this conversation. So what happens is, you're right. The folks who are functioning at that high level, the high vibrations in your words, is it always easy to find those same people? No. This is why you have this show. This is why you have this platform, Nick, so that we can teach people how to get there, so we all could be in a place of not perfection, but a place of peace of mind, a place of emotional intelligence, and I can love you and stick by you even when I don't agree with what you're doing.
You see how we brought that home?
That's mental health.
There it is.
That's mental health, y'all.
I will say, when you put high and low in certain things, it starts to have a value to it, and it sort of weaponizes what you're trying to explain.
Yeah, people get defensive because they be like, "You call me low?"
Yeah, you're a low functioning person. Like that's not gonna go over well, ever.
But I get it.
But I understand what she was saying, and I understand why she labeled it as she did.
Right.
Did you have anything you wanted to?
Well, I guess she kind of answered the question, or Nick answered the question for her, like in the previous video, the one that she did with Cam, as far as like, well, how is it that you 41 and you single, this, that, and the third? It's because she's a high functioning individual, and it's hard for her to find high functioning individuals in her field, basically. Not in her field as far as her career, but just that she has access to, is what she's saying.
Honestly, the way she described it, oddly enough, especially with the 2 cups thing, it just sounds like the relationship between Jesus and everybody else. So
don't it?
It sounds just like that.
It really
That's why
do.
your cup runneth over, because you can't handle it, because he's high functioning. The high and low functioning thing, there are not a lot of people who can talk on that level yet. But here's the thing. You don't have to be as educated as her and her colleagues to have a successful marriage. There are so many people who are having successful marriages who don't have all of that high functioning, all of that other stuff, who don't have this education that she's talking about. That being said, you finding somebody on your same intellectual level so that y'all can be able to have certain conversations is important. I understand that. That was the thing that you and I talk about often. Even if one person is a little smarter in this area and the other person is little smarter in this area and all of that other stuff, you do want somebody on similar intellectual levels, just in general.
Right.
But as far as all of the work that she's talking about, all of that stuff, with so many marriages that last forever and are actually happy, because I know we like to say every marriage around me is just miserable and this, that, and the third. And usually that's what you're around, and it's probably what you're going to have if that's what you think.
Yeah.
But I grew up around a bunch of happy marriages and families that didn't have time for all of the drama and didn't think that it was necessary. So when I got married, we ended up having a happy marriage, and we didn't have time for all of that drama because it was unnecessary. But it's not because we did all the work. I told y'all many times on this channel, I was a mess. I was a hot mess, and I'm still working through my mess. No, it's just real. We can just be 100% honest with it. I'm not there. I'm really not. I might not be high functioning, not completely. It's certain things that I'm good at and certain things that I'm not. Yeah, I've been married for 19 years successfully and happily. It don't gotta be all of that. I think we're overcomplicating things because we're trying to compensate for the things that we lost in our society. Like I said earlier in this whole video, I think earlier in their conversation, he talked about expectations. And I think she might just have high expectations because she expects somebody to speak about the relationship the way that she does. That's not necessary. He needs to just be intelligent enough to have discourse with you.
Yeah.
And if he has that, y'all are good. I think that she might be unrealistic in her expectations, but at least her expectations seem to be about character.
Right. And not about material
superficial things.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Maybe there's a part of this that we have not seen where she is a little bit more superficial in her definition and what she expects and what she wants. Maybe not. I guess there's a point at which you can have your expectations too high, even character-wise. The preparation for the reality that the person is going to be continually changing as you're together.
Right.
If you're what I perceive her to be, you're going to have a hard time, and you're probably going to be 50 and single too. Because the way people change, a lot of times you would just say you're just wallowing in your dysfunction. You're just allowing yourself to continue to be in this dysfunctional way. Yeah, sometimes that happens, y'all, depending on what happened in your life.
Yeah.
And you have to have the patience to go through with somebody and to stand by them. But at 41, you're so set in your ways, it's going to be very hard for you to be able to have that type of patience with somebody. That's one of the things about us getting together so young and growing together.
Right.
It gives us patience for us to go through the things that we go through. I'm going to shut up because I was talking a lot. I didn't know if you had anything else that you might want to add to this.
I don't know. I think the bottom line is that we all need to be realistic with ourselves, and then also just about life, and be realistic about what's really important, like what it is that you really want out of life. What is it that you are looking for, like at the end of the day, and taking the necessary steps to help ensure that you get that, whether it's you doing work on yourself, making sure that you are being the type of person that you can be happy with and that someone would be happy to be with you, you know, because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to be with somebody who wouldn't be happy to be with you, you know what I'm saying, with the type of person that you are. You should be working to be proud of the type of person that you are. Not saying that you're going to be perfect. No, nobody's going to be perfect, but just kind of like the golden rule, you treat others the way that you want to be treated. So making sure that you're the type of person that you would want someone else to be for you, if that makes sense.
All right, y'all. But that was it. I need you guys to do me a favor.
What's that?
I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit the notification buttons. I need you to hit all the buttons.
Yes.
Thank you. right, y'all. Well, that was it. I know it might be an abrupt cut, but that was it. I think the video was long enough. Yeah. We'll check you guys later. Peace. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey, everybody. Down in the description, there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for. Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we can really use you guys' help. If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Peace.
Press the off button.